OERs which can be used in your क्लास. तो ओपन कोर्सवेयर है, इवन खान एकेडमी की है, विकिपीडिया है, OER कॉमन्स है, जेरम, इस तरह के ये सारे रिसोर्सेज यहाँ पर OERs अवेलेबल है. एंड दिस स्लाइड शोज द रिपोजिटरीज वेयर द OERs आर अवेलेबल. तो इन सारे जितने भी ये लिंक्स हैं इनको OERs ये अवेलेबल होंगे. खान एकेडमी है, OER कॉमन्स है, डायरेक्टरी ऑफ ओपन एजुकेशनल रिसोर्सेज है, तो ये ओएसिस है. तो ये सारी जगह पे आपको OER मिलती है. नाउ कमिंग टू द नेक्स्ट, this is the steps to OER. The first step is set aside time. Searching for OERs, it takes time and persistence, just like research. तो आपको थोड़ा time देना पड़ेगा to search the OER. The second one is the look at your current text. आपका अपना टेक्स्ट क्या है? Is your current textbook available for free through the library or database? तो ये सारी चीजें आपको देखनी होंगी कि what is your current text. Then locate an OER text, जो उसको आप सर्च करें, चेक करें कि जो आपकी जो OER है और जो आपने कंटेंट है उस OER में वो कंटेंट अवेलेबल है या नहीं है. देन ब्राउज ओपन रिपोजिटरीज, जितने भी आपके रिपोजिटरीज जो अभी हमने लिस्ट दी थी उनमें आप सर्च करें वो OER अवेलेबल है. और देन यू कैन सप्लीमेंट आपका अपना कंटेंट और जो रिपोजिटरी में अवेलेबल OER है, यू कैन यूज दैट, रिमिक्स दैट, यू कैन क्रिएट योर ओन, or you can ask for the help from the library to use these kind of OERs. Now, अगर आप ज़्यादा जानना चाहते हो OER and the licensing techniques, तो कॉमनवेल्थ ऑफ लर्निंग का 2 hours का ये कोर्स है. यू कैन आप इस कोर्स को ज्वाइन कर सकते हैं और सिर्फ 2 घंटे में आपको वहाँ से सर्टिफिकेट भी मिलता है कॉमनवेल्थ ऑफ लर्निंग से. और ये इसका लिंक है, दैट इज learnoer.col commonwealth of learning.org. यहाँ जाके आप ये 2 घंटे का कोर्स कर सकते हैं. ये आपकी एक एक्टिविटी थी, अभी मैं इसको रिकॉर्ड कर रही हूँ. सो दिस इज माय फर्स्ट प्रेजेंटेशन. Now coming to the
madam, you can take 10 minutes break before second presentation.
Okay, but I think time will not permit.
Okay.
If participants उनको अगर रेस्ट चाहिए या उनको ब्रेक चाहिए, then मैं तैयार हूँ.
I think it would be better for both the ends. आपको भी 10 minutes का रेस्ट मिलेगा, participants भी ले लेंगे. I think
thank you. So then we will join again at
it's 3:30, 3:40.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
ठीक है, मैं कर रहा हूँ दीदी। दीदी वो गूगल मीट के चैट बॉक्स भेज देते हो, देख लो। आ गया, देखिए आ गया। अरे बता तो दो। अच्छा अच्छा, ओके ठीक है। Okay.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Yes.
Welcome again. Now,
Okay, thank you.
Madam will take another session 2. I hope all the participants have joined us.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
I welcome you all again in the next session. My slides are visible, na?
Yeah, very much visible.
So, in this session, we will discuss on the blended learning, the flipped classroom, and how to initiate for blended learning. And we will discuss on the e-content and some of the tools which can be used by a teacher to develop a OER, CMAP, presentation cube, or Audacity, Screencast-O-Matic, Cam Studio, and Active Presenter. So we discussed about the OER. What is OER? What are the characteristics and principles, and what are the benefits of OER, and what a teacher can do with OER. Now, what further we can do? In earlier days, what happened that in traditional sharing of teaching materials, educator creates some materials, some learning activities or resources and share with the students. That there is linear mode of transaction of the knowledge or sharing of the knowledge. डेली भी हम ऐसा करते हैं क्लासरूम में, कुछ मटेरियल्स हम बनाते हैं, नोट्स बनाते हैं, कोई ऑडियो वीडियो भी इवन बनाते हैं आप टीचर्स, एंड वो अपने बच्चों को शेयर करते हैं. दैट्स बट इन शेयरिंग एजुकेशनल रिसोर्सेज एज OER, what happened, the teachers and the students also all are well connected now. They are interconnected. एक दूसरे से बहुत ज़्यादा जुड़े हुए हैं, बच्चे भी जुड़े हुए हैं, टीचर्स भी जुड़े हुए हैं. So they design the OER on the web, and those OERs are available to the others also, other than the own students, the own faculty members, or the own institution. Other educators can also add on those OERs, and then they can create some new concept or new ideas. They can discover something new and reuse and again rediscover. So in the second form of transaction, we have the connected society, and those OERs can be used by the others also by in many different ways, in many different forms. So this is the difference between the traditional sharing of the teaching materials in a linear way and sharing OER on the platform for many to the many in many ways. So this is the difference. Now coming to the alternative copyright licensing, we discussed on the various forms and how we can give any form of license to any OER. So e-Shikshak or for online Shikshak, the key for any education, the key point to achieve academic excellence is to be a competent or a skilled teacher in technology also. And it is very famous that 10% of what we read, we remember that the 10% of what we read, 20% what we hear, 30 what we see, 50 what we see and hear, 50 what we discuss with the others, and 80 we experience personally, and 95% when we teach that concept to the others. So 80% of what percent we remember what we experience personally. That's why interaction during the online mode of teaching is very important, because the students or the participant experience those things, and as a result, um, uh, there will be permanent learning, there will be very effective learning will happen, or meaningful learning will be happening. So now, what are the strategies to proceed further? How we can proceed, especially at this time of COVID-19, how a teacher can proceed? Or after this COVID-19, when this lockdown will be uplifted, then what will be the mode of teaching and learning? So we will discuss about the blended learning mode and the flipped classroom. So it is good that our students are our future. They are the future of the nation, future of the society. So we need to prepare them to adapt and apply the skills they are learning to the tools they will be using in the future. So the learners of today are the leaders of the tomorrow. So what you are giving to the learners today, that will be reflected in tomorrow in a different way. So आप जो अभी दे रहे हैं उससे आपका फ्यूचर डिजाइन होता है, तो फ्यूचर बहुत अच्छा हो, सुंदर हो, इफेक्टिव हो, बहुत सभी के लिए अच्छा हो, उसके लिए आज हम क्या दे रहे हैं और कैसे दे रहे हैं बहुत डिपेंड करता है. So can we use technology to maintain quality? We have talked about the sustainable development goals, and for the quality education, for the goal 4, it has to be achieved till 2030. Then what kind of technology to be used? How much technology can be used in teaching learning process? Technology deliver more in very less time. So use of technology, it can be used to create the resources, to develop the resources, to deliver the resources, to transact the resources, and to facilitate the learning for the effective learning, meaning learning, powerful learning, to make the learners very empowered, to make them powerful. So use of new technologies, application and dissemination is very important. And of course, for this, some different kind of skills is required. So when we use the technologies, it is very independent in nature, facilitated in nature, and collaborative in nature. So how we can collaborate, we can facilitate learning, we can give independence to the students in the learning process by using the different technologies. Then also with the use of technology, learner-centered approaches can be used, that environments can be created, and we can be focused on the designing of any program, and the development of many program, or the OER, and the delivery of that particular program. So discussing about the blended mode of learning. What is blended mode of learning? The blended word itself is very explanatory in nature. It means combination or mixing of two or more things. So blended learning means a mixture of various learning styles, or it can be models, or various types of things, or you can also say that blending of different methods or pedagogies of for the betterment of the students, for the betterment of the teaching learning process. That blended is used, that blending of different pedagogies can be used. So blended learning methodology, it can be called as a hybrid learning, and is effective in the cases are analyzed well, and their implementation is managed with greater level of control, because there is control in the environment, learning environment. How? We'll discuss later. So in the blended mode of learning, uh, there are two things, that there is mixing of face-to-face mode of learning and online mode of learning. Today, what happened, we all are forced towards the online, 100% online mode of education. We are teaching from our home to the home of the students. So 100% online teaching is going on, but I'm not saying the education, but because the education includes the assessment process also. So the blended learning is the combination of online mode of education and the face-to-face mode of education, or we can say the traditional mode of education. The blended learning is generally, this term is also called as e-learning or instructor-led training or collaborative learning or virtual classroom, webinars, coaching and mentoring, and also the workshop. So there are 4 C's of open learning, and these 4 C's are contribute, then curate, then connect, and create. The students and the teachers, they contribute during the process of the learning. They curate the materials available on the academic world, and also connection is there between the different students and the teachers, and they also create the thing, they co-create the knowledge also. They create the they produce some educational materials also. So there in this open learning, and also there is network of the people, network of the students and teachers, that connection is there. And yes, there are so many OERs available on the net or the academic world. So there is a system of curation of the available resources and how to use those resources. So there is contribution and creation of the knowledge. So this is the student-centered blended learning. So in the face-to-face mode, there is interaction between the teacher and the students. Face-to-face, they interact with each other, and that portion is also, we can say, that is the teacher-led instruction is there. And then there is web-based assessment, where feedback or reflections can be given and outcomes can be assessed. And the next one is the computer-mediated instruction, where we can say it is the visual mode of, or e-learning is there, digital learning is there. There is also printed instructions can also be used. So there is blending of different methodologies, different situations, different kinds of you can say is the learning environments. So the blending of, the mixing of, the combination of all these things is the main concept of blended learning. Now it depends upon the teachers what to blend, how to blend, and when to blend. कब किस चीज को मिलाना है, किसको कितना फेस टू फेस रखना है, कंटेंट को कितना ऑनलाइन मोड में देना है, कब उनको ऑनलाइन देना है, कब फेस टू फेस में लेकर आना है, कब उनको वर्चुअल क्लासरूम में लेकर जाना है, कितना प्रिंटेड मटेरियल देना है, कितना इंटरेक्शन रखना है, कैसे फीडबैक देना है, फीडबैक लेना है, कैसे उनके रिफ्लेक्शंस को लेना है, कब उनका असेसमेंट करना है, फेस टू फेस मोड में कब उनको सपोर्ट करना है, कैसे ऑनलाइन मोड में. तो ऑल दिस डिपेंड्स अपॉन द डिजाइनर, और यू कैन से द टीचर. So teacher has to design all these things, blend all these things, and for the blended mode of learning. So in the traditional or face-to-face teaching learning experiences, there is face-to-face student collaboration, and there can be discussion, debate, role play, or project work, or there can be the assessment technique can be exam, paper pencil exam, or it can be a project, or the performance can be observed. or any kind of essay type questions or viva or any kind of product can be evaluated. Then the resources are, student resources are maybe a textbook or reading materials or workbook or even the lecture notes or the academic calendar. So this the left hand side circle or the traditional face-to-face learning teaching experiences, it includes all that components related to the direct interaction of the teacher and the students, that is face-to-face mode when they are in touch. So traditional mode we can say. And then the type of method which is generally being used either in a lecture mode or seminar or workshop or any kind of lab based or study group or collaborative learning approach, any kind of approach which can be used for the learning, teaching learning. Then their communication and individual students activity, what they reflect, what they have learned. In the right hand side, when we talk about the off campus or the virtual learning, the teaching experience can be online teaching learning. That is the we can use the recorded lecture or the webcast or online virtual direct classroom teaching, जो जैसे अभी हम लोग interact कर रहे हैं, this kind of interaction, online virtual classroom interaction, or the teacher student communication can be through mail, through announcement, through any LMS learning platform system, or through any discussion forum or online chat can be there, either synchronous or asynchronous. Individual activity can be given, and the assessment can be done in a variety of ways through online. And also the performance of the students can be accessed through e-portfolios, development of e-portfolios, and the resources can be the course reading or the online materials or the link or the video or the audio. So any kind. So these are the learning environment of the traditional mode and the virtual mode. So blending of all these two kinds of modes, all these kinds of environment, the assessment technique, the resources, the methods, the student resources, when we combine these two, is called the blended mode, where there is flexibility to design and implement as per the situation. So during the classroom learning, what happens? There is motivation by the teacher, one-to-one feedback can be given, personal time and counseling can be done, progress can be checked, guidance can be given, assessment and practical activities is there. Through online learning, there can be a self-study, mobility is there, self-direction is required, self-tracking is required, self-control is there, online assessment can be used, group chat or discussion. So these are both combining all these activities. One teacher can design their own mode of teaching learning in a blended form. Now coming to the this slide. In the blended learning, there are various steps, and this can be used in a split manner when individual any content or any situation, individual learning can be promoted. That can be an online personalized online learning can be given, and that can be blended with the small group discussion, teacher-led small group discussion, or any kind of collaborative learning situation. So this is explain the rotation of the students as per the requirement, as per the design. So to combine, to mix the different learning atmosphere or environment. So the elements of blended learning is that generally 3 elements. One is the content, which has to be delivered, or you can say the curriculum. The another one is the trainer, that is the educator or the teacher, and the important thing is the technology and the technological skills, the apps, and the competency of the teacher, and the availability of the technological apps which can be used mixed. So for the blended learning, all these 3 components can be mixed and used in a very effective manner. These are 3 components, 3 elements of blended learning. the content, the trainer, and the technology. So it depends upon the trainer or the educator that how he or she combines the content and the skills and the technology for betterment of the students for effective teaching learning. There are many forms of blended learning, that is technology enhanced learning, that activity can be used, or active classroom can be used, face-to-face lecture or LMS or flipped class stream video, or one semester on campus, 2 semester online. Yes, semester can also be blended. अभी ये बात हो रही है कि अभी का सेमेस्टर जो है अभी ऑनलाइन मोड में चले, अगला सेमेस्टर जो है वो फेस टू फेस हो जाएगा. तो ये सारी बातें भी है. तो blending of the semester is also a form of blended learning. And then hybrid, then reduced, जो अभी भी एक बात हो रही कि फेस टू फेस को रिड्यूस कर दिया, ऑनलाइन को बढ़ा दिया, ऑनलाइन को रिड्यूस कर दिया, फेस टू फेस को बढ़ा दिया. तो ये इट डिपेंड्स अपॉन द टीचर कि क्या वो डिसाइड करता है, किस कंटेंट को वो ऑनलाइन मोड में देना चाहता है, किस कंटेंट को वो फेस टू फेस मोड में डिस्कस करना चाहता है. तो ये खूबसूरती है इस चीज़ की, ब्लेंडेड लर्निंग की, ये टीचर उस चीज़ को कैसे यूज़ कर रहा है और किस तरीके से वो ब्लेंड कर सकता है. तो देयर आर 4 क्राइटेरियाज फॉर चूजिंग द ब्लेंडेड मोड ऑफ लर्निंग. किस तरीके से ब्लेंड किया जाए, किस तरह से कंबाइन किया जाए. सो विच मॉडल, किस तरह का मोड्स जो स्टूडेंट्स है वो उसको क्या चाहिए, कौन सा मोड उसको चाहिए, किस तरह का मल्टीपल मोड्स चाहिए उसको, कौन सा ऐसा चाहिए ऑनलाइन मोड में उसको क्या चाहिए, फेस टू फेस में उसको चाहिए. बिकॉज जो भी हो रहा है वो दैट इज फॉर द बेटरमेंट ऑफ द स्टूडेंट्स. तो स्टूडेंट्स को ध्यान में रखते हुए कौन सा चीज़, कौन सा कंटेंट उसको कैसे पढ़ाना है. Second one is the identifying the teaching approach and the necessary learner activity. अगर कुछ learner की ऐसी activity है जिसको face to face mode में दिया जा सकता है, तो उस content को face to face mode में करना चाहिए. अगर ये कुछ ऐसी है ऑनलाइन मोड में बहुत अच्छा किया जा सकता है, go for the online mode of teaching. So it depends upon the teaching approach and the necessary learner's activity. Then what kind of resources are available for using that online mode or face to face? If you have sufficient material for online mode of education and you can design a you can design a course for or a content for online mode, then go for online mode of education. Or then the fourth one is analyze most appropriate mode for each learner activity. To engage the learners, to involve the learners, for the interaction of the learners, you have to select what kind of mode, what kind of method, what kind of content, and what kind of learning environment is required, and how you can blend all these activities in a very interesting manner. So the blended learning implementation is to create the condition for the success and plan accordingly, implement, and there must be some room for the improvement also. So always try to improve the plan or the content for the betterment or for the students. So this is the cycle of content design. You can plan for the blended learning. So blended mode of learning. So first thing is to planning for integrating the different components of the course. How and what kind of approaches will be used. Either you are for the online mode or for the face-to-face. Then designing and developing the blended learning elements. What is required? What elements are required? What is required for face-to-face? And then what kind of approach is required? What assessment techniques are required? What kind of strategies are required? Then implement those things, design those things and implement, then review, evaluate those things, and then further improve. So this is a cyclic process, and it improves the quality of the resources or the that teaching learning process. Now coming to the flipped classroom, as the name suggests, that is flipped, that is just turn upward down, just उसको उल्टा कर दिया है, तो वो that is the flipped one. So how the designing is there in the learning environment is designed in the flipped classroom. So in the traditional mode, lecture is given in the classroom, and then that is the group work, and then homework is given to do some activity individually at the home. But in the flipped mode, just opposite uska ho jata hai. Individual lectures can be provided in the form of video or any online mode of content, any OER, and then the activities will, the group activities are conducted in the classroom. So in the traditional mode, lecture was given in the classroom. क्लासरूम में लेक्चर देते हैं जब सारे ग्रुप में होते हैं, और उसको फर्दर स्ट्रेंथन करने के लिए होमवर्क एक्टिविटी दी जाती है, जहाँ पे बच्चा जाके खुद इंडिविजुअल लेवल पे काम करता है। फ्लिप्ड क्लासरूम में क्या हो गया, पहले उसको वो मटेरियल प्रोवाइड कर दिया जहाँ इंडिविजुअली वो बच्चा उस कंटेंट को देख रहा है, उसके बारे में जान रहा है, उसको वो एक्सपोजर मिल रहा है, और उसके बाद में क्लासरूम में आकर के ग्रुप एक्टिविटीज हो जाती है। होता क्या है इसमें, एक आइडिया, कुछ कॉन्सेप्ट, कुछ जो एक नॉलेज है वो पहले से एक कुछ ना कुछ एक कंसर्न हो जाता है उस लेक्चर, उस कंटेंट के लिए, और जब उसको क्लास में आकर के फर्दर डिस्कस करते हैं विद द पीयर, तो वो बहुत ज़्यादा सपोर्टिव, जो पीयर लर्निंग के साथ में पीयर का जो इन्वॉल्वमेंट हो जाता है उसके साथ में वो बहुत स्ट्रेंथन हो जाती है। सो दिस इज द फ्लिप्ड क्लासरूम डिजाइनिंग. So the role of teacher changes in the flipped classroom. So what उनको क्या करना पड़ेगा, उसको पहले उस कुछ कंटेंट को डिसाइड करके ऑनलाइन मोड में उसको देना पड़ेगा, जिसको बच्चा इंडिविजुअली देखेगा. उसके बाद उसको क्लासरूम एक्टिविटीज डिजाइन करनी पड़ेगी इन अ ग्रुप. There are 4 pillars of flipped classroom, and each letter of flip is flipped classroom represent its 4 pillars, and these 4 pillars are F is for flexible environment, learning culture, intentional content, and professional education. That in a flipped classroom, the environment is very flexible in nature. So teacher has to create some flexible learning environment by providing opportunities for the students to interact, to choose when and where they want to learn, at the home, at their own pace, or at their own pace, and at their own pace. So there is flexibility in the environment, and teacher has to design in such a manner that flexible environment should be given to the students. Then the second pillar is the learning culture. So in this model, that class time is shifting to discuss more in depth about each topic. So this classroom changes the traditional learning culture, that is the learner-centered class. As a result, students are actively involved in the knowledge construction. They co-create the knowledge. So the learning culture is changed from the traditional classroom system. Then the third pillar is the intentional content. So it requires some intentional content, that is teacher determine what they need to teach and what material students should handle on their own. So teacher has to decide that what content should be given for the individual learning and what content should be delivered in the group. So here the teacher use intentional content to maximize class time in order to adopt learner-centered, activity-oriented class. So teacher has to design, they have to adopt the learner-centered approach, and also they have to involve the students. So activity-oriented class, active learners, they have to make the learners active. And then the last one is the professional educator. The role of a professional educator is even more, it is more important in this class, this type of classroom, because it needs instructor who can observe the students. They can provide timely feedback to the students, because in this type of learning, feedback plays a very important role. So the instructor guide the students. So feedback is given by the instructor. So and they continuously assess the work of the students. They help the students to master the content, to for effective learning, and only a professional educator who is skilled, who is competent enough in all these things can do better in this area. So these all are the four pillars of a flipped classroom. That is, a flexible environment has to be created by the teacher, and that learning culture is transferred from the traditional modes. It should be changed from the learning culture of the traditional classroom, and the content that should be decided by the teacher. Then what kind of content should be given to the students at what time, and that professionalism is required, that skill and competence is required for this. Now, what are the advantages of flipping? It makes the learning central rather than teaching, and that this is the main point. So learning should be taken in the center of any teaching learning process. Where there is teaching, there must be learning. Where there is learning, it means teaching is there. So learning is the central should be the central position, and in the flipped classroom, main emphasis is given on the learning, and it fosters the independent learning. Also, it provides increased individualized attention of the teachers for the students, and they design as per the requirement of the students, as per the interest of the students, and also it encourages high student engagement. The high level of the involvement of the students, they make the students active learners, and also promotes peer interaction and collaboration skills. So there is co-creation of the knowledge. So all these are the advantages of the flipped classroom. Now, talking about the collaborative approach, हमने देखा कि जितने भी blended modes of learning है जो हमारे flipped classroom है, they emphasize on the collaborative approach upon the peer involvement. So, what is an approach? Approach, it is a act of approaching. So, a way of doing something, or a way to act in which coming close to something, or coming nearer to something. So approach is a way of conducting or doing something to achieve something. And what is collaboration? It is the involvement of two or more people. They work together, they share their vision, they work collectively for a bounded goal. The goal is one. It means all the people who are collaborating, they have only one goal, and they all work for that one single vision, that particular goal. So there's few elements of collaboration. That is, there is sharing of ideas. One important component is that all the people who are in collaboration, they share their views, they share their ideas with each other, and there is a continuous communication between the members of that particular team, the team who is in collaboration. The next one is the connectionism. There is a connection between the different peoples who are in a collaboration. So there are these three elements are very important elements of collaboration. That is the sharing of the ideas, and the communication, and the connection, how they are connected to each other. So when equality is there, when we talk about the collaboration, there should be trust between the people, there should be responsibility to do work, there should be commitment for the same goal, there should be commitment for the work, there should be love for the work, there should be respect for the others, and teamwork should be given. So all these combines to and make the word collaboration. When there are some norms for collaboration. That is one that is pausing. So before saying something, before responding, so think before replying anything. So there should be pause, think, and then say something. Then paraphrasing clarifies your ideas to the group. The members should clarify their ideas. They should pose questions, ask questions. They should discuss. They should explore and specify their thinking and put their ideas on the table for the others to discuss, and also provide the data either in a qualitative or in a quantitative way. They should provide the data related to their ideas, what they think, and why they think so, and also consider as a team. So they should be kind enough for the other persons also. They should respect the other persons, and they should presume the positive intention to achieve the goal, the vision, to achieve that vision. So there should not be any competitive behavior. In place of competitive behavior, they should be collaborative in nature. Now there are two types of collaborations. One is the synchronous collaboration, that is online meeting and instant messaging, and asynchronous collaboration, that is the shared comments or any annotations. Now, what is collaborative approach? So there is an activity. Uh, Collaboration is the ideas of various people. They combine together to give a best idea. So for a collaborative approach, is it visible? No. Just a minute. Okay. Now it must be visible. Yeah. Yes. So I'm giving a link in the chat box. You just click on this link. Click on the link. Yes, Anonymous Loris has joined. So what is OER? What do you know about OER? You are free to use anything, any matter, any content, any memes, any drawing, any kind of words. You use this. I just want this platform to be interactive. So Anonymous Nan, thanks for the painstaking efforts. Good. Ma, very good. Hello. Hello. Good. Yes. Kiwi. Thanks. Very nice. Very nice. All is well. Thank you. Yes, all is well. We should be positive, Anna. Yes, yes, yes. You can do. Your stamina is praiseworthy, madam. Very good. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am or sir. Yes, thank you very much. Okay, okay, okay. Very nice. Very nice. Just try it. Now, this slide is now over. Into the next one. So, yes, Grizzly Blair has joined. Dragon has joined. Do it here also. So you can see what you are doing. Are you enjoying? Very well, very well, very interactive. Use sticky notes from the left side and use these sticky notes and you can answer there. Use in the left side or you in the bottom you will find the sticky notes. You can use those sticky notes in a different colors. You can use here. Well done. Yes, I can use any kind of color. Good. Okay. So you can see most certainly enjoying, madam. Thank you. Yes, you are enjoying. Then think about the students, how much they will enjoy when you will give this kind of flexible environment to your students during your online teaching. You can just imagine these kind of things can be used very effectively. Alligator is drawing. Someone is enjoying here. Thank you, madam. Okay. Thanks to everyone. I'm stopping this. Coming to my next presentation or coming to the next slide. Sorry. So, in the collaborative learning environment, this is the collaborative approach. You have just you draw the any thing in your that jam board, but uh, it can be used for the educational purpose and collaborative approach. So, for the any concept, you can give time to the students to think and share their ideas. So डिफरेंट आइडियाज जो आएंगे उससे कुछ एक अच्छा आइडिया एक अच्छा कॉन्सेप्ट इससे निकल सकता है. मैं एक एग्जांपल दिखाऊंगी आप लोगों को बाद में कैसे इसको एक कोलैबोरेटिव इस जैम कोड को यूज करके हम बहुत अच्छा डिफरेंट आइडियाज लेकर के एक अच्छा सा कुछ भी कॉन्सेप्ट को निकाल सकते हैं. को क्रिएशन ऑफ नॉलेज कोलैबोरेटिव अप्रोच से किया जा सकता है. नाउ कमिंग टू द नेक्स्ट. These are the some links of flipped classroom which can be used for further learnings. If you want to learn more on flipped classroom, you can use these links. Now coming to the next, how to initiate. Which subject are suitable for flipping the classroom? Is it for the science or for the arts or for any kind of subject? Which kind of subjects can be used for the flipped classroom? So again, there is an activity, but before that, typical starting point, how you can initiate. So just you have to analyze your curriculum or your content. आप सब लोग कहीं ना कहीं पढ़ा रहे होंगे, आपके पास सेमेस्टर का एक कोर्स होगा, एक कुछ पेपर होंगे, कुछ उसमें कंटेंट होंगे. So you just analyze those contents and try to choose that what content should be taught through face-to-face mode and through online mode. What type of content is available or you can curate for the online mode of education, and what kind of content you can develop for the online mode of education, or what kind of content you have, or what kind of strategies you can use for face-to-face mode, what kind of assessment technique you can use for the face-to-face mode, or what kind of assessment technique you can use in online mode for the students, and very effectively you can use, and students can actively participate on those kind of activities. So you are the hero of your that course or that curriculum. So you have to design accordingly as per the requirement of the students, as per the situation, as per the available resources. So just design for the face-to-face mode. Quizzes can be conducted, presentations can be given, question and answer sessions can be done. There is teacher to student communication, collaborative group work can be given, discussions can be held, even the lab work can be conducted. For online mode, content can be provided, multimedia content, video, audio, interactive mode, announcements can be done, and internet-based some kind of researches can be conducted, any kind of test can be prepared, that Google form can be used, and any kind of project can be conducted or course. So you have to decide what content should be taught face-to-face mode and what can be used for the online mode of education. And then what to do? You have to combine these two, and because both are complementary to each other. So you have to combine, you have to blend or the both face-to-face and online mode of content in a very effective manner. Now you can use video sources from the others. If videos are available on your content in the on the internet and it is in OER format, you can use it. So why to develop any OER if it is available on the net? So first you have to curate the material on the net. So use the resources available on the net, and then if it is not available or you want to add something, then record your own video or YouTube audio or prepare your slides. And also you can ask the students to locate the resources, because students can be used as a resource, they can be used as a producer, they can be used as a creator of the knowledge. So motivate the students to involve the students. They should be involved in the learning process. So let the students make online sources for others also. Even make the team and tell them to search for the sources, and they can share those sources, they share those links, they share those content to each other, so they can be involved actively in the teaching learning process. These kind of activities, these kind of strategies can be designed by the teachers. So you have to decide what kind of content you are using, how you are using, from where you are using, how you can develop, how you can blend all these things, how can use your students in the learning process. So you are free to choose, but you are not free from the consequence of your choice. So be conscious while choosing what the activities, the strategies, or the content for your teaching learning process. So one more activity is there, and it is related to that you have to just decide, you have to list that what content you will love to teach through online mode or you will teach through face-to-face mode. So you have to just list those contents in a paper. So you can submit that to the convener of this workshop. Now, this is a quiz time.
Ma'am, just excuse screen casting. What is the screen castifying?
Yes.
Screen castifying क्या है ma'am? Screen castifying. Hello.
Yes.
Screen castifying मैडम वो क्या है? थोड़ा बताएंगे?
बिल्कुल बताएंगे, अभी आपको बताते हैं, अभी वो है हमारे इसमें। मैं ये पोल छोड़ रही हूँ, फिर मैं आगे चलती हूँ। आपको अभी बताते हैं कि स्क्रीन कास्टिफाई क्या है। नाउ कमिंग टू द डिस्कशन पार्ट एंड ई कंटेंट. So there are so many e-content available on the website. You have to curate those e-content, and if it is not available, then you can develop the e-content. So how you curate? कैसे हम जो मटेरियल्स है, क्रिएटिव कॉमन्स मटेरियल कैसे हम सर्च करते हैं? अगर आपको ये जानना है तो मैं इसको दिखाती हूँ, अदरवाइज मैं आगे चलती हूँ. प्लीज
यस दिखाइए मैडम, प्लीज.
देखना है, ओके गुड. शेयर हो रहा है तो मुझे बताइएगा.
नॉट विजिबल मैडम.
नॉट विजिबल.
Yes, madam. Visible.
Visible.
Okay.
Blurred.
Visible?
Not clear, ma'am.
Okay.
Not visible, ma'am.
Not readable. It is OER.
Not visible.
No. I'm just. Try again. Now it is visible.
No. Now coming.
It will take just few seconds.
Yes, visible.
Yes.
Yeah. So I've typed here environment. I want to search images on environment, and I want to use in my presentation. But as you know that whether it is OER or not, the license, what license is being used, how can I use those things in my presentation? So just for searching, I typed environment, and then I found so many images. Just there are so anyone cannot be used to go to this setting. Then there is advanced search. Click on the advanced search. You will find in the advanced search, go down. Here it is not filtered by the license. Users right is there. So click on that, and you will get 4 or 5 options. So free to use or share. There is one option is free to use and share. If you want to use those images which are free to use and share. Now remember what kind of licenses is given there. Free to use and share. That is CC BY. Then free to use or share even commercially. It means you can use share be, and you can use the even commercially you can use that. Free to use, share or modify. It means no derivative is non-derivative is not there. You can use it. Free to use, share or modify even commercially. So what kind of license you are searching for, go for that. So I'm clicking on the free to use and share, and then I click on the advanced search. Now you will see those pictures are only there which are you free to use and share. Now you can use these pictures very easily. So this is the way you can search the images which are OER on the environment, and you can use freely in your presentation. Is it clear?
No, madam. Once more explain, madam.
Ma'am,
Once more explain. Tell me one word on which you want to search anything.
for example,
Yeah.
matter on classical conditioning, ma'am. Yes.
Classical conditioning. Okay. How you remember this word?
Ma'am, I'm
Classical
teaching.
conditioning. Okay, you are teaching. So just you see here, there are so many images related to classical conditioning.
Okay.
Now go to the settings. Settings. Then go to advanced search.
Okay, thank
Now
you.
advanced search, you will go down, not filtered by the license. It is default there, not filtered by the license. So click on that. You will find free to use and share, free to use or share or even commercially. So I am clicking on free to use or share even commercially. Someone is speaking. Please mute your microphone.
Working closely with Fortune 500 clients across industry verticals such as telecom, manufacturing.
Someone is speaking. Manoj Kumarji, please mute your microphone. Yes, thank you. So I was, yes. Okay, so free to use or share even commercially, and then I am clicking on advanced search. Then I will get only those images which are free to use, share, even commercially. So these are the pictures. तो पहले कितना सारा देखा था आपने, वो सारा चीज हट गया. क्यों? क्योंकि उसमें लाइसेंस के उसको उतना क्लोज किया हुआ है, वहां पे रिस्ट्रिक्शन है, वो हम यूज नहीं कर सकते. बट कॉमर्शियली वर्ड हमने डाला है, तो मे भी बहुत ज्यादा रिस्ट्रिक्शन हो, कमर्शियली सभी लोग नहीं देते. एनसी नहीं देते हैं वो कि नॉन कॉमर्शियली ही ज्यादातर लोग देते हैं, क्योंकि कॉमर्शियली यूज करने नहीं देते। तो आप देखोगे 2 ही 3 टीचर्स ऐसे बच गए हैं जो कि क्लासिकल, रियली क्लासिकल कंडीशनिंग से रिलेटेड, अदरवाइज साले हट गए। इज इट क्लियर नाउ?
Yes, yes. Thank you, ma'am.
थैंक यू।
Ma'am, one more question. Just whenever you blend it, that's online and offline. For example, one syllabus, psychological perspective. So that means which unit within that unit also I need blended, and the whole course also that can be.
Yeah. It is upon you what you want to give your students, how you want to transact your curriculum to the students. It depends upon the teacher.
Okay.
What to mix, when to blend, how to blend, it all depends upon the teacher. How you want to assess, it also depends upon the teacher. You are teaching the content through the online mode, but you want to assess through offline mode, what we are doing today. So we are teaching the whole semester through online mode, but we are insisting for the assessment, for the evaluation, we are going for the offline mode, paper point mode. So it depends upon the teacher, how he or she designed the curriculum, how or he or she designed the total perspective of the that paper or the course.
That means unitized also I can go, and whole I can go like this. For unitized also
Yeah.
blend.
Yes.
Okay.
And in the future we are going towards the online mode of education.
Which mode, ma'am?
Now,
Online.
mode of education. There is one more activity for the Creative Commons. We also search the images. So जैसे हम लोग गए थे creativecommons.org में, वहाँ आप जाओगे तो वहाँ पे भी आपको उनके जो मटेरियल्स OER जो है वहाँ अवेलेबल है, वहाँ से भी आप मटेरियल्स को कलेक्ट कर सकते हो, सर्च कर सकते हो. Now the online environment allows immediate. There is one can do wonders with online mode of education. So there is a provision of immediate feedback. एंड जैसे अभी हमने एक किया था, जो सर्वे किया था, उसमें इमीडिएट फीडबैक आ गया, किसने क्या आंसर दिया. इवन मैं ये भी बता सकती थी कि किसने किस बात को कितने बार बोला है, कैसा ऑप्शन दिया है, कितने परसेंटेज ने क्या दिया, क्लास एवरेज क्या है, क्या अंडरस्टैंडिंग है, कॉन्सेप्ट कितना समझा. सो इमीडिएट फीडबैक कैन बी गिवन. स्टूडेंट्स कैन बी मेड क्रिएटिव इन देयर लर्निंग एंड ग्रोथ. वेयर द thing is the teacher has to design in such a manner, they have to provide such kind of environment so that the students can be more creative. They should reflect, they should be an active learner. So the teacher has to design such kind of environment. So use a variety of methods such as simulation. You can use the gaming, the videos, slideshows, even the photos and the narration over the text and images. So there are so many. आप एक वीडियो बनाने चलो, कितने एप्स हैं और डिफरेंट काइंड्स ऑफ एप्स हैं. उसमें आप ऑडियो में बहुत तरीके की चीज कर सकते हो. ऑडियो लाके भी डाल सकते हो, अपना रिकॉर्ड कर सकते हैं, दोनों को मिक्स कर सकते हैं, कहीं कुछ डाल सकते हैं, म्यूजिक डाल. तो इट डिपेंड्स अपॉन द टीचर कि कैसे वो डिजाइन कर रहा है, कैसे वो ट्रांजैक्ट करना चाह रहा है. सो ऑनलाइन मोड ऑफ एनवायरनमेंट अलाउज मेनी फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी and many creativity. It allows different kinds of environment that can be given to the students. Very creative environments, very innovative environments, very involving environments can be given. So today we are all teaching through online mode, and in this age of I'm saying this is period of coronavirus, because बहुत लंबा टाइम हो गया है जब ये कोरोना वायरस का टाइम हो गया, तो it is एक पूरा कोरोना काल. So we are from work from home culture, we are using this. So teacher must know at this time what is going behind the curtain, because the participants or the students, they are not in front of me. We are not in direct contact with each other. So teacher should try to know. अब जनरली क्या बोलते हैं, वीडियो ऑफ कर दो, ऑडियो ऑफ कर दो, क्या हो रहा है पीछे पता ही नहीं है, स्टूडेंट बैठा है नहीं बैठा है पता ही नहीं है, वहाँ क्या चल रहा है चैटिंग पता नहीं है, पता चल रहा है अंदर इन लोग एक दूसरे से क्या क्या कर रहे हैं. Don't do this. Teachers should always create such kind of environment that students should they should involve, they should be active, and they should involve themselves in creating the knowledge in the aware. So give them opportunity to interact and don't control the environment. Let them free, उनको फ्री रहने दो. ट्रेनिंग ऐसा होना चाहिए कि वो उस तरह का नहीं कर. अभी क्या है, कंट्रोल्ड एनवायरनमेंट, सबको म्यूट कर दो. दिस इज द कंट्रोल एनवायरनमेंट. लेट देम फ्री. आप सब अनम्यूट रहो, बट you have to take care of that. No sound, there will be no sound. अगर कोई आवाज नहीं आए, आप खुद अनम्यूट कर सकते हैं. Why to control? Centralized control नहीं होना चाहिए. So the one teacher should be aware what is going behind the curtain, and they should know about the various apps which can be used effectively. They should observe continuously to their students. They should curate the materials available, the learning materials available, and they should also create or develop the materials. They should remix. They should try to modify the learning content, and they should use all these kind of assessment strategies and different techniques during the online mode of education. So these are some techniques which can be effectively used during the teaching learning process. One sentence summary can be done, 1 minute paper can be taken, peer reviews of the portfolios can be done very effectively, and even the ticket out the door, it can also be taken. You can also do it. Just do one thing. सबके पास एक पेपर होगा, एक पेपर में आप लास्ट में मुझे कुछ ड्रॉ करिए मेरे बारे में, पूरे इस लेक्चर के बारे में आपने क्या सीखा, एक वर्ड में आपको लिखना है या एक पिक्चर ड्रॉ करना है, और आप सब लोग मुझे वो करके दिखलाइए. दिस इज द एग्जिट टिकट मेथड जो आप करके दिखला सकते हैं. This is a ticket out of the door or exit ticket. So the student, you can see how a teacher has designed and how the students are reflecting what they know and how they are feeling. They are enjoying the learning. In fact, the learning should be enjoyed by the students. So you can also use this method to start a wish. So from the teacher-centered towards, we are shifting towards the learner-centered approach. That means the learner should assess that what they know and where they need some kind of support or guidance for knowing more. So the student will reflect that I can do this, I know this. They can make a start, yes, I know this, but I need some help. I need something, some more practice on this concept. So they can reflect themselves, they assess themselves. What is the purpose of assessment? What is the purpose of teaching? A teacher must know why they are assessing. क्या है पर्पस स्टूडेंट्स को असेस करने का? सिर्फ एक उनसे वो लिखना, वो जितना जानते हैं रट करके, वही एक पर्पस है असेसमेंट का? No, what they are able to create, what they actually know, how they have transformed, what they can contribute, what they can produce. This is the purpose. तो उसके लिए आप assess करो वो कैसे करते हैं. There is a poll, but I'm not going to this because we are looking to the time. So there are so many apps available on the internet or the technology-based apps. The introduction of technology that can increase the pedagogical autonomy of the teacher. तो अभी क्वेश्चन मुझसे पूछा था, उनका आंसर ये है. It provides you the autonomy to design in a different manner. So you have to combine your intelligence, your thinking with the artificial intelligence to create something new, some new environment, giving some new opportunity to the student to reflect, to become active, to respond. So and to create something. So a teacher can do wonders because you have that kind of skills which can be used. So you have to manage all these things. You are the manager. Teacher is the manager. Teachers are the manager. So you have to manage your students. How you manage it depends upon the teachers. So we are going towards the embedded assessment towards the generation 4. From the generation 1 to generation 4, that is towards the online mode of learning, 100% online mode, or we can say the personalized learning system, the personalized assessment system. We are moving towards that. So there is one more activity. Yes, I will go for this activity. Just a moment. So just click on the link. I've shared the link in the chat box. So click on the link. Done? What is the question?
Ma'am, assessment
What is
tools.
the question?
Assessment tools.
Yes, you can unmute yourself.
Ma'am, assessment tools. Ma'am, assessment tools.
Now, coming to the next slide. Seema. You can create your own. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Am I audible? Yeah, okay. Thank you. So, coming to the next is the CMAP. You can create on your own OER or any kind of concept map. CMAP is the basically it is the concept map. You how you can create a CMAP, how you can use CMAP. So I'm just showing you all the apps, then I will go for the CMAP app. Then again there is one app that is Audacity, and you can use this Audacity for recording any your lecture or any audio content can be developed by using this Audacity. You can edit any audio. Then screen customatic, of course, you ask for the screen customatic. I will. Cam Studio is also an app which can be used for recording the screen. Presentation Tube is an app which can be used for the recording the screen. And even the Active Presenter, it can be used for editing any video. And you can also record your video through Active Presenter. So in a flip learning, there is a workflow. So you have to design your environment, your learning situation as per the need, as per the learner. So and as per your kinds of resources and different apps and different. You can use your skill, your creativity, your innovative by adding the artificial intelligence. You can design your flipped classroom or blended mode of learning. So it depends upon the teachers. So it is not an end in itself, blended learning, or the beginning of the end, not even the end of beginning, but the genesis of a beginning. So we have to move towards flipped classroom or a blended mode of learning. For this presentation, I will show you now the different apps. It will take few seconds. Okay. I'm presenting. Please tell me if it is visible. No? No, ma'am.
It's not visible, madam.
Sorry, an error occurred when screen sharing, right? I'm not able to share my screen. What to do? Yes. Is it visible now?
Yes, ma'am. It's visible now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So you can see here, I have opened the CMap tool. And CMap tool. So I'm clicking, there is one, so I'm starting with new CMap. So I click on the file and then new CMap is there. Just what you have to do for CMap, it is for the concept map. So you must have some idea on what concept you are trying to design that CMap or concept map. So you must have some keywords and the relationship with that keywords and the related keywords, the related words. So you must have any kind of that mapping of any concept which on which you are going to design the CMap. So for a new any new project, just double click on this screen and you will find there is a block, and there is question mark and there is block. You just type anything on this block, and you the concept you want to be central in this CMAP, you just click on this and you type here the concept. Now यहाँ से एरो के पास से आप इसको ऐसे ऐसे देखिए, आप जैसे इसको एक्सटेंड करेंगे, you can enlarge it. When you enlarge it, you will find another box in between and one box here. So in this box, you have to write the relationship between these two components. Suppose this is A. You can enlarge this, you can edit this. You can write here. No, this is not the PPT. I'm showing the concept map. Are you able to see? My screen is visible or not? Yes. Okay. So I'm writing here A. Suppose my concept is A, and this A concept is related to B. So I'm writing this here B, and the relationship in between these concepts A and B. So there is some relationship between these two concepts A and B. Suppose so you can write that relationship here. Now you can take another arrow from here if you want to give another relationship or another word. So you can type here that relationship. What is there? Some you can say small a, and that concept is suppose B. Again you can use, again you can double click here and you can use this kind of arrow. You can also use the arrow from here also. From anyone you can use this kind of arrow and you can find the relationship. If there is no relationship between the concepts or between those elements, then you have to just click from the here, that AA. If you will just click on that and create that arrow, you will not find the tab for the relationship. Suppose this is E. So in this way, you can design concept map. If any concept you want to develop, any concept map for the students to clarify, it is self-explanatory in nature. So you have to just design those, and you can use this tool very effectively and share with your students. You can save it in a PDF format, in a JPG format, and share with the students very easily. Now, coming to the next one. This is the Audacity. Now, I'm showing you the Audacity. So, you can record your lecture. So, just what you have to do, there is a button. This is the recording button. This red color. This is button. So you just click on this, and you can record what you want to record. Now pause, and you want to listen what have been recorded. Then stop it, and then you can listen. So in this way, and if you want to record the whole lecture, if you want to edit something you want to delete, just click on here and select the portion you want to delete. And then here are the option of deleting, cutting, pasting. And so just you delete it, you will delete that portion. If you want to repost that portion, you click here and just paste. You will paste here. You want to paste here, so you can paste there also. So it is upon you what you want to record and how you can edit your lecture. You can play it, you can listen it, and then you can edit as per your requirement, save it, and you can share with your students. So this is the Audacity. You can use for create any audio. Now, uh, yes, presentation will screencast-o-matic. This is the screencast-o-matic. So I want to record a video. So I'm clicking on this video tab. You will find there is ये एक बाउंड्री सा हो गया है जिसको ये रिकॉर्ड कर रहा है. इस स्क्रीन कास्टोमेटिक में मैं वो रिकॉर्ड करना चाह रही हूँ जो भी इस स्क्रीन में है. But if you want to record only the screen which are on the screen, then you click on the screen only button. If you want to use the webcam, then you can use the webcam also. Because my webcam is already being used in the Google Meet, that's why it is not reflecting here. And if you want to use both the things, the screen and your video also, then click on the both. So it is upon you what kind of recording you want. So I'm clicking on the screen, and then you have to just click on the, you can test your audio also, whether your microphone is working or not. So you can test from here that if it is green, reflects the green bars, it means your audio is working. So it depends on you, or what size you want to record. It depends upon you. Then what time, that is maximum time is 15 minutes here. So then you just click on this red button and you can record the screen, what is there on the screen. So I'm clicking here, 3, 2, 1, now ready. So what is there in the screen is being recorded here. So in this way, screencast-o-matic can be used. You can, now I'm stopping this, you can see here what has been recorded. You see, just I was moving my cursor. It has been recorded. Now, you can, if it is okay, then click on the done, and you can save your recording. Or if it is not good, you are not satisfied with the recording, then delete it. So in this way, yes, start over. So again, you can start, or you can say that no, I am not going to do. So in this way, you can record your screen through screencast-o-matic. So open your presentation, and you by clicking on the slides, you can record your audio and your screen also. So you can use your screen or your audio, or both screen plus audio. So it depends upon you what you want to record. Any question or Vinod sir?
Yes, ma'am.
My second presentation is over.
Okay. Ma'am, a few queries are there. I think a few people are asking few questions. The chat box, let me check. Yeah. Dr. Deshbandhu has asked how much time we can record, madam. Hello? Madam? Hello?
मैम का वो है, ऑडियो नहीं है, अनम्यूट नहीं किया मैडम.
Okay. Okay. Madam, you are not audible to us. Your video is...
Seema ma'am, please unmute your audio.
शायद मैडम ने अभी बताया ना 15 मिनट कर सकते हैं ऑडासिटी में रिकॉर्डिंग। मनोज जी
Yes, madam.
मैडम ने शायद बताया था ना 15 मिनट कर सकते हैं ऑडासिटी में रिकॉर्डिंग।
हाँ बताया ना। हेलो।
Hello. Yes, Seema madam, can you hear me?
Yes, now I'm able to hear you.
Okay, ma'am. So I think one person asked about the time duration that has been responded by Dr. Rajshri, and
Okay.
it was indeed a very good presentation, and you have explained various tools and techniques and number of OERs. So we thoroughly enjoyed your presentation, and it was hands-on practice also. So it was very pleasure listening to you and practicing with you. We are really grateful to you for sparing your valuable time and a number of things. I think, Manoj ji, do you want to say something? Okay.
यस विनोद जी मैडम का बहुत अच्छा रहा। इट इज सो कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव, वेरी डिटेल्ड एंड आल्सो द पेस इज गुड। वी कैन catch you ma'am. Thank you so much. It's an excellent session. Excellent.
Thank you.
So ultimately, we have justified in identifying the resource persons.
Yeah,
Thank you.
exactly.
Find the right person
Thank
for
you so
this
much.
session.
Hello.
Hello, yeah,
Ma'am,
Manoj ji.
just one question. Ma'am, just one
Yeah.
question.
Yes, yes,
I'm doing
ma'am.
that Commonwealth learning का blended learning कर रही हूँ मैम, लेकिन उसमें वो कैनवास में मैं अपने डिस्कशन को नहीं मिल पा रहा है मुझे। They are using the Canvas LMS
हाँ
Commonwealth planning.
हाँ
मैं उसकी मेरे को इतना चीजें नहीं मिलता है जैसे पर डिस्कशन कंफ्यूज मैम दिस कैनवास में आई डोंट
राजश्री, आपकी आवाज बहुत कट रही है, इसलिए मुझे पता नहीं चल रहा आप क्या पूछ रही है। कैनवास का प्लेटफॉर्म यूज कर रही है? यस, कैनवास में डिस्कशन। यस, हाँ
हाँ डिस्कस में मैडम मेरा चीजें मुझे नहीं मिल रहा है। लोग मेरे उसमें क्या कह रहे हैं बाकी का आता है बट मेरे में मेरे को सजेशन नहीं दिख रहा है, नाइदर कोऑर्डिनेटर का नाइदर पीयर ग्रुप का। तो एवरी डे मैं उसमें क्विज वगैरह एवरीथिंग फाइन बट डिस्कशन फॉरम आता है इतना लंबा दैट आई डोंट फाइंड।
you go to your page and you will find there because टेक्नोलॉजी के साथ में ट्रायल एंड एरर भी बहुत ज्यादा होता है। तो आप डिस्कशन फोरम है, एंड आप जब सब लोगों का डिस्कशन देख रहे हैं तो आपका भी डिस्कशन वहीं पे है। कैनवास में तो बहुत अच्छा लर्निंग प्लेटफॉर्म है वो। और अगर आपको इसमें क्वेरी है तो आपकी जो कोऑर्डिनेटर है उनको आप मैसेज करके बात कर सकती हैं।
हाँ जी, मैं आज थैंक यू मैम, बट गुड थिंग, बट आई एम लर्निंग, आई एम नॉट दैट मच टेक्नो savvy, but trying to learn.
Okay, and I had one more presentation, and that was on open pedagogy. But
let us see, ma'am, if we could accommodate or we could just find time, and we would like to
Yes.
invite you some other day also.
Very nice.
Yeah, good evening, madam.
In here.
Happy nice day, Bharat जी, मैम को दोबारा वेरी नाइस।
हाँ मैम, बिल्कुल
क्लैरिटी
बताएंगे। और हमें भी बड़ा अच्छा लगा कि आपने एटलीस्ट
बहुत अच्छा
कि हम लोगों ने अच्छी रिसोर्स पर्सन को आइडेंटिफाई किया। सो वी आर thoroughly enjoyed your session. Thank you very much, and we would like to hear
for sharing only. So जितने जो मुझे शेयर कर रही हूँ for others to use, for others to improve that. So मैं आपको रिक्वेस्ट करूंगी for share alike. आप भी अपने नॉलेज को शेयर करिएगा, जो भी सीखे हैं जहाँ तक पहुँचा सकते हैं उसको जरूर पहुँचाइए। थैंक यू। Yes, Manoj sir, you want to say
something? Yes, Manoj ji.
मैडम का पीपीटी शेयर कर दीजिए, मैडम का पीपीटी, बहुत सारी चीजें ब्लेंडेड लर्निंग।
Yeah, madam, just share the PPT, madam.
Okay.
Yes, session was nice, madam. Thanks for the organizers, for the experts in the.
Thanks, very nice.
Very nice.
To all of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, madam. Thank you so
Just
much.
share the PPT, madam.
Manoj ji, and
Yeah,
again I am thankful to you for inviting me and giving this opportunity to interact all these participants.
It's our pleasure, ma'am, and we would like to invite you again and again. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
For being with us. Thank
Thank you, madam. Thank you.
Be safe. Take care.
Pleasant experience, ma'am. Very pleasant experience.
Thank you.
Hello, good evening. Vinod Kumar sir. Vinod Kumar sir. Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Hello, my suggestion, my request to the organizers, if they're just listening, one request.
Yes, there.
Hello. Hello.
Hello, please.
কিশোরী কত ভাগ্যবতী, সাক্ষাৎ পরমেশ্বরের সাথে দেখা করতে যাচ্ছেন।
Yeah. Hello.
Good suggestion, sir.
Or at least you can tell the resource persons to just summarize their deliberations at the end of the session so that we can understand in a better way, we can retain it, and we can just write down the summaries as well. So this is my suggestion and request.